On today's episode, I promised a friend of mine that I would help him shoot a video for his crowdfunding project, but I also have to finish 2 websites design. It's gonna be intense.
What's up?
Hola!
After this big shit.
Alright, so the first part of the day is over. My friend Nitsan, he's a director and a filmmaker, and he's running a crowdfunding to fund his latest film. Now, he's doing the video for it, and he asked me to help him because he kind of likes the vlogging style I have, like talking to the camera in a kind of a natural way, and he wanted to convey the same. But even though he's a film director and he's good at directing other people, he's not very good in talking to the camera himself, and so he wanted my help, my guidance, in a sense that I'll direct him. And I kind of want to share with you what I was trying to tell him while we were shooting, because it's really not easy as it sometimes looks talking to a camera. It's very awkward, and even if you're very good at speaking, kind of public speaking and speaking in front of people, it's very, very different looking at the camera without either there are other people in the room or not. It's very, very different. Now, and it takes a lot of practice, just like everything else, because at the beginning it sounds unnatural. And my first experience talking to a camera was when we did the online courses for the new school, and we started kind of with a script. We actually wrote down what we wanted to say, and at the beginning we had kind of like, we read it and then we tried to remember that. That was really hard because you could see that I'm trying to remember what to say as I was saying it. So that didn't go too well. Then we kind of brought a prompter, which means we put kind of an iPad in front of the camera, and we were actually kind of looking at the camera, but actually looking at the text and reading the text. Now the problem with that is that you're not trying to remember, but you're very focused on reading, and actually you can see your eyes reading it. So maybe news directors can do that naturally, but if you're just starting out, it is pretty hard, and again, it doesn't sound really natural. At the end of it, like at the 3rd iteration, and when I actually started doing these vlogs, I kind of came to a third alternative which worked best for me, which was that I kind of thought before about what I wanted to say, but I didn't write the specific words. The problem with writing the specific words you want to say is that when you're talking, you're trying to remember the specific words that you're saying. And what I think is better is actually remember the concept of what you want to say, and then saying it in might be other words than you were thinking about, but at least you're talking naturally and you're not trying to repeat a specific sentence. And so what I did at our final course, our second course was the marketing class, I actually just wrote bullet points for the video and kind of put it on the side with a sticky note on the side of the camera, and just had the bullet points of what I was trying to say for the video, and that worked out much more natural. And so that's what I recommended him to do, and actually tried to guide him through that. The second thing is that, I think that not a lot of people realize that, it does sound natural when I talk to the camera, but you have to put extra energy into it, because when you're talking to a friend, you have the feedback, and so you are putting some energy and a lot of kind of body movement and stuff like that when you're talking to other people. When you're just talking to a camera, sometimes it can sound like tired and just regular talking, and you're talking like that, and when actually somebody watches the video, it ends up being boring, it ends up being like not energetic. So I'm not saying everything should be positive and like this, but I'm saying that you should have a specific energy and tone and cadence to the way that you speak in order for the video to come out good. But eventually, I think that it does come back to a lot of practice. If you take a look at the earlier videos in this vlog, you can see that I used to stuck a lot. I used to look at the screen here, and then look when I'm talking and looking at the screen, it looks different when I'm looking here at the lens, and it looks like I'm looking into your eyes. And so that's also something that you have to practice, because your eyes naturally want to look at how you look while you're talking to the camera. And so it does take a lot of practice, like anything else. But I'm 400 videos in and I do this every day, so now it becomes kind of natural to me, kind of automatic without thinking about it. This is not to say that sometimes I don't do, like, even for the vlog, like something I shoot it like 8 times because I'm not happy with how I said this, or I kind of messed up the words. And so this things happens anytime, but I think that after practicing a lot, I can now do these videos with just like thinking for like a couple of seconds, like 30 seconds about what I'm gonna speak at, and then just doing one shot, non-prepared, non-scripted. And actually when you do that non-scripted, I think it looks the best, it looks the most honest, authentic, and yeah, I feel like it's coming out the best. Anyway, I've got like a couple of hours before my kids come back from the kindergarten, and it's gonna be hard to work from home. I have to finish up a web project that I'm doing for a client. I'll present it tomorrow. It's a web design. I have to show them 2 versions. So I have the website basically built up in Webflow already, but I have to do one of them with 3D rendering that I just got from the 3D artist. I think it looks perfect. So I just have to kind of code out the videos and put them on the website, and then create a different alternative with stock photos that I'm gonna be looking for right now. So I'm gonna try to do that as fast as I can.
Alright, so I'm done creating the 2 versions and sent them to the client. Now I'm waiting to see which version they'll like. But something annoying that I found out while doing this, I have kind of a 3D animation that's kind of put in as a video background, and it wasn't working on Safari, so I kind of looked into it why it wasn't working, and it turns out that Apple has a new policy for Safari which doesn't allow autoplay because they don't want kind of advertisers and spammers to throw video at you. And I know what they mean. It can be super annoying, especially if it's with audio. I hate that. But that actually effectively killed all possibility to work with background video elements, which totally sucks. So it's still a cool image that I have there, but the animation is definitely super cool. It still works in Chrome, but they might also implement this in the future. So this might be the end of video backgrounds as we know them. That sucks. Anyway, experience of duplicating the website, making 2 versions of it was super simple with Webflow. Just duplicated it, send them 2 links. Super simple. Tomorrow I have the meeting with them. I'm excited to see what they'll have to say. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow.